So today I'm going to be talking about what would happen if I lost myself, okay? What would happen objectively to reality if I myself as a personality lost myself? When I change my wallpaper here, um people need to understand that when and this is a connection to my last video, appearing into dimensions, do not lose yourself. I think the pinnacle of what all the scary things you find on the internet, on YouTube, all the scary stories, creepypastas, stuff like that, is all pointing to one thing. Two things I would say: being alone and losing yourself, okay? Now, it gets scarier because there's beings who will actually force you to lose yourself with pain, because if you start experiencing pain in your body with cuts and torture and stuff like that, you actually will, if you're not strong enough, you will lose yourself because the pain is just too much to bear, and you will pass out and you'll become a mindless pain person, okay? But if you prepare for things like pain and prepare for things like losing yourself, you'll feel a lot better, and you will be strong enough to maintain those things in whatever circumstance. But it's about finding the key nodes to your own self, because you are your own self. You can't. No one else can do the work for you. We've all learned this. We all have to do the work for ourselves. But what I'm trying to say is that you need to do the work. So if I say something in a video and you're not getting it, pause the video, go back and listen to the words again. That's why these things are created this way. But you can't lose yourself in pain if someone forces pain on you. That's what dying is. That's why it's scary. Okay? Because if you're not strong enough to withstand death, you're going to lose yourself. You're not going to remember who you were. Okay? And it's important to say that there is even someone there that is worth it and is who you are. Because we're all just bodies. A lot of people say we're just chaos bodies running around and microbials. It's kind of true, but if you dig deep down, you're going to see that you act the same way every time, all the time, in a certain manner. And that's you. That's your algorithm, like that's you explaining things to yourself. But there's ways to peer into reality, like I showed in my previous video, peering into dimensions, that if you peer too much into a dimension or someone's eye, something, and you don't know, and this is real life we're talking about here, this is reality, you're not going to remember the key nodes in your consciousness that really take you to where you want to be all the time, okay? And that does result in death most times because the person can't handle not knowing themselves, okay? So I'll go ahead and make this into a video, and I want to say that there are ways to find yourself if you lose yourself, okay? But those ways require trust, compassion, strength, power. You need all these things. You can't just give up. If you give up, you're going to lose yourself, and that's it. But if you choose to not give up from that point, then that's where you stand up and you're like, you know what? I'm not going to give up. And that's the power of coming back from some place where it looks like you're stuck in a hole, So there are ways to find yourself if you lose yourself. That's what I'm saying. And I know people won't even want to hear this with like some. I haven't even been paying attention to my wallpaper, but some people are not going to like it. I don't really care, okay? This video is for people who see the truth of reality and want to hear better things to better themselves. I'll change my wallpaper in a couple months, like it doesn't even matter. But so yes, you know what? I'm gonna do this better. No, I need to record these things. Do I need to release them? I'm just trying to decide whether or not to release my videos because I think I will, because people do want to hear from me.